Good morning. Well, I've got to tell you, it's been a week at our house. On Wednesday of last week, my wife had surgery for breast cancer. Now, this is the second time that breast cancer has appeared for her. First one was 6 years ago, so obviously we're very, very concerned. Thankfully, the surgery went very, very well. The pathology looks good afterwards, and the prognosis is very, very good. So we're very thankful for that. But at the same time, we had all of our sons and daughters-in-law and grandkids in for the weekend. They came in for the Easter holiday, and we had 16 people at our house. So that was kind of crazy. Then our youngest son and his family are moving from one house to another. He's starting a new job, so we helped to get him moved and settled in over the weekend. And on top of all that, my mother, who lives with us, had COVID this last week. It was a crazy week. And we kind of got up this morning as everyone was going off and leaving, and we're going to start settling in, and tried to just take a deep breath and take stock of where we were and move on. And I thought about the week that the disciples had when Jesus died and was resurrected. You know, that week began the great event when the triumphant entry into Jerusalem. Jesus came in on a donkey, everybody saying, Hosanna to the King of the Jews, and it looked like this great grand processional. And then it was only a day or two later when Jesus is overturning the tables in the temple. Then the Pharisees and the chief priests and everybody's on his back. They're challenging him. Turns into the night of the Last Supper, the arrest, the crucifixion, and then on Sunday, the resurrection. And did you ever stop to think, what did Monday look like after that week? They kind of wake up, try to take stock of, oh my goodness, what just happened over the last week? And what do we do now? All of us, after a week of trauma or a month of trauma or a year of trauma, we sense we're on the other side of it, and we have to decide, where do we go from here? And I think that was exactly what the disciples had to decide. And we get some hints on that because we know that Jesus began to teach them, to prepare them, to get them ready for something that was coming after he was gone. And so while Jesus was on earth another 39 or 40 days after his resurrection, he's getting them ready for what's next. And that is how we should be approaching life as well, thinking about what's next. In Isaiah, God is saying through the prophet to the people of Israel, forget the former things. Remember, look around, see that I am starting a new thing. There's something new coming. And he says, do you not sense it? Do you not see it? Oftentimes, after trauma, after difficulty, after stress, God is preparing us for a new thing. He has helped us to prepare for that by refining us in the fire. And so now, as you move forward from those traumatic events, those difficulties, forget the former things and think about what's ahead. Think about the new thing that God is preparing you for, and turn your heart and your mind toward that. Life is a series of challenges. It's a series of unexpected events, but they're all intended to turn us forward and upward toward God and toward the future that he has prepared for us, one that doesn't end on this earth. But thanks to the sacrifice and the resurrection that occurred on Easter, it's a life that will go on to eternity. Today, make that switch to looking to the future. Prepare yourself for the great things God has ahead for you. Have a great week.